Welcome back to the Chaos, everyone. ChaosEclipse here. We are back on. Sorry, that just looked weird. We are back on Genesis Alpha 1. So I made a new quarters, still next to the other quarters. Probably still not the best idea. And then I kind of made random hallways, which there is and there isn't a reason for that. The isn't a reason for that is because it's kind of
New
pointless.
materials have been
The
refined.
reason for it is to just kind of get rid of a little bit of stuff so that I had more storage. But let me at least explain. So over here, when I made the new quarters, you can see this was the end of the ship here because it doesn't go out any further. And then I made a whole row here, but it didn't have these little things that you can go off of. So I destroyed all of those and I put them over here because now if I wanted to, say I want to put a greenhouse over here, I can still connect it over here and it'll still go out past there. Now, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to put any rooms attached to this if I do it this way, but this is a big chunk that I can put on the outside of the ship versus putting it on the inside of the ship and taking up all those other spots. Hopefully that makes sense and you guys understand what I'm saying. But anyway, so I did that one there, and then I made 3 more reactors. 1, 2, 3, just to get rid of some materials as well. Plus, we needed the energy. We have 3 biotanks. We have the one there, the 2 here. You guys already knew about that. We have our cloning lab. We have our workshop. We have our 2 greenhouses. The one without the anything in it, and then we also have. I did do this. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I'm pretty sure it was here in the last one. I made a little access corridor over here because we have one on the main hallway here. Excuse me, which I put right here, but I didn't have one over by the greenhouses, and the only way to get under the greenhouses would be to run all the way over here, jump in there, or run under the bridge and go in there and then come all the way through here and then go under. If I have one in here, if anything gets under here now, I can just be in the greenhouse, and if I hear anything underneath, I can just jump underneath right here. And this wasn't going to be on anything else anyway. I'm not going to use it for storage. If I could, make it to where the robots specifically put only plants in there, then I would do it that way. But that's not how the game works, so I just made the access corridor there, and then of course nothing can be attached over here. And then over here, I noticed that this is also the end here, so I'll probably leave this one here, and I'll probably do another row coming out this way, and either connect it all the way down here or just connect it right here. I'm not sure yet, but that'll give us a whole bunch of stuff that we can build in here, and then we can build off of it this way for like the bigger rooms and stuff. So I might save these inner small ones for more storage and more deposits, but we also have these ones here where I can do that in the main hallway. And then even these ones over here, which I don't think I want them going down that far, the robots, just because if they do go down that far, obviously it's past the tractor beam room, so if any like bugs or creatures or anything come out of these, then they're going to be infecting this part of the ship. But they've been kind of making it past here anyway with the spores, so it's not really that big of a deal. Anyway, so I found this. It is a beaming station. I've never seen this before. It says it's for fast traveling from one station to another, very useful on bigger ships. So obviously I can only have 7 of them because it says right there module limit 07. I do need circuits for it, but I've never seen this before. And the way that I got this is, well, it could be one of 2 things because I'm not 100% sure on how I actually got it. One is when I was doing all of these corridors here, it said like I got an achievement saying that that we're on our way to being like a star destroyer or something like that. I don't know, or like as big as a star destroyer. I don't remember exactly what it was. Something about a star destroyer though, like a destroyer ship. And then the other thing is we were actually beaming stuff here in the tractor beam room, which was what was it? Panels, framework. We were just getting framework, and as you can see, I'm out of storage again. But we were just getting framework, and when I was picking up the framework, that automatically popped up. So I didn't realize that they can actually pick up modules by beaming. So I guess that's a thing. So I guess make sure you're beaming everything that you can beam. But there is a couple other things. One of the upgrades we picked up was a harvester upgrade. And I will show you guys. So if we come to the workshop here and you look in here, this is a harvester upgrade here. It's under harvester upgrades. So you have your weapons, your defenses, your robots, your ammunitions, and your harvester upgrades. When you click on that, any of the modules you found for harvester upgrades are in here. Now you don't craft this, but what you do with this, and I never knew this before. Well, I mean, I did, but it took me a really long time to figure it out. So it says crew expeditions will return faster. Now I thought that this is like, okay, that's a harvester upgrade. Crew expeditions are now going to return faster, and it never seemed like it was working. That's because you actually have to use the upgrade. So you have to actually go over to the harvester. So we'll go to the harvester room, which is over here. And it's going to be one of two things. It's either going to be in here, which I don't think it is in here. Yeah, so if it's not in here, that means that it's going to be underneath here. So we're looking for this, an upgrade module. And you can see there it says install module upgrade kit alien detector. So that one's for an alien detector. Is there another one down here? How do we attach that? Maybe it is already attached.
Access granted.
Nothing in there. Maybe it does already work. But there are things that you have to attach underneath the ship. I could have swore that that's what this one was. I have two things here because the one behind it, or the one in front, only has 70. So when that one breaks, the one behind it's already ready to go. I could have swore that you had to attach this one. But I guess not. Because I don't think it'll be in the beam room. Yeah, see, that's for a workstation module. That's an alien detector. It wouldn't be under the workshop, would it? I don't think so. Health installation module. Not gonna be. I don't think you can do anything under the greenhouse. Maybe, but I doubt the harvester would be here. Alien detector. Workstation module. Or sorry, health station. I think it was. No, it says workstation. Interesting. I wonder what that is. I don't know. I thought you had to redo it. Anyway, I wanted to show you guys this too because I didn't realize this, but technically, oh, here's the other green room. If you guys didn't believe me that there was nothing planted in here, so technically we can make any of the creatures. If you look down at the bottom left, it says plants. We have one N2O. We have 2 KOH, and we do have 2 HCI. So we can actually make the other species. In the last one, I had you guys picking out which species, which by the time this one gets published, I will probably already know. But if you guys did pick one of the ones that I said we couldn't, or if you didn't pick one, then I apologize because we can actually make those. I could have swore you had to attach that harvester thing. It's not in the workshop, is it? I don't think you do anything upstairs in the workshop. Nothing in here to attach anywhere. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's automatic. Screen. Oh, that's not what I want to do. We did also lose somebody. We lost Gecko, whatever his name was. I think it was Greco. Greco. So that kind of sucks. We were out on an expedition. He died. I did not replace him because that will. I mean, sadly, I'm not trying to say yay that we didn't get to replace him, but now we can actually replace him with another species if we decide to do that. So whatever species you guys pick, I will probably do 2 of those, just so that we can kind of have more, I guess. There's some cables, uranium. And look at that. There's an NH3, another plant that we don't have. Yeah, so we need to build more stuff because we are running out of space. So, but anyway, that is what today's video is about. So let's go ahead and get to it. We have 3 different things that I want to build with you guys. 2 of them you guys know about. One, I completely forgot that I had the ability to do, so we're going to do that as well. So if we come in here, the very first one is the alien research. So we're going to go ahead and build this one. I don't know where to put it though. I mean, we could put it out over here. Ooh, I would have to get rid of that storage and build this way. If I build this way from that one, that's not going to work. Or I could just build out this way and then come this way, but that's going to confuse the crap out of me. So I'm curious of how that works. If I build a storage thing here, and then I destroy this one, will I lose the stuff that's in there? The problem is when I build a storage, all the stuff that's in deposit is going to start getting refined immediately. You can't, I don't think you can stop the stuff from the refinery. Like, you can't just turn it off to where they won't automatically start doing it. Well, it's not that they'll start doing it, it's that the robots will automatically start bringing it, even if you don't have anything checked. And I don't know how much stuff. Wait, it says we have 5 in the deposit place. So did we break even? Even if I made another storage, they wouldn't move anything because we have no iron, copper, we have none of that stuff. It's all already turned into like the nitro, the batteries and all that. I mean, the storage is full. We're at 120 of 120. And then the only thing that's in the deposits are the plants, the 5 plants. So here, let's try it. If we lose stuff, we lose stuff, but hopefully we don't. I don't think we will. So I'm going to write down these numbers. Well, the numbers I'm looking at are there on the left side, everything that's in storage. So I'm just going to write down the numbers. That way I'm not writing a whole bunch of stuff. So 10, 4, 13, 0, 0, 11, 35, 8, 0, 32, and 7. I just hope we don't lose that radiation blue. That's going to suck if we lose that. And then what we would do is I would come in here. We'll build a storage right here. I mean, technically, we can even build storage here. No, we'll do it over here. Okay, so resources, storage, right there. Make sure none of the robots are going to start moving. They shouldn't, because there's nothing in deposit that they need to refine. They're not. So we got 2 robots here and the one there. They're all just sitting still. Perfect. So now I should be able to get rid of this one, and we shouldn't lose anything. 10, 4, 13. Yeah, it's all still the same now. Wish me luck, guys. Let's see. You will lose resources if not enough storage space remains. Yeah, but see, there is enough storage space that does remain, so we shouldn't lose anything. Let's find out. Did we lose anything? 10, 4, 13, 0, 0, 11, 35, which I think I wrote 32. No, I wrote 35. 32 fuel rods. Okay, yeah, so we didn't lose anything. Perfect. Okay, and then what we can do now is we can make some corridors that come out this way. That was weird. What's it doing? That's probably as far as it'll go there. I don't think we can build over here in front of, like, behind the hangar. We might be able to, but I don't think it'll let us. And then, of course, we could always do the turbo lift and build multiple floors, but right now this is what we're going to go with. And then if we want, now we can build rooms out over here. But in the meantime, I guess let's go ahead and build across from the quarters, maybe? Okay, so the three things that we're going to be building, we're going to do the medical research, we're going to do the alien research, and then the one that I didn't tell you guys about is the ship assault room. So, ship assault, we shouldn't have... There shouldn't be anything that comes through on the ship assault room. I don't think anything can even come back with us through there. But I'm not 100% sure on that. So what we can do with this one is we can put it over here. Ooh, that connects it to 2 hallways. Do I want that? I mean, I could connect it to the tractor beam room, but that would still connect it to the quarters there. Unless I did it like that, but then whatever I put over here would still connect to it. We'll do this. We'll get rid of this one. So hold square for that. Put it right there. What was it? That was the ship assault. Ship assault. We'll slap it down right here. There we go. Now, it's not going to let me build left and right, but that's good because that kind of blocks it from connecting to anything. And then any of the things I build over here, so we can actually build those other rooms right next to this. So we can do alien
Aliens that
research.
have been captured alive will be held in the alien research facility.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about. The aliens that you capture, they're kind of hard to capture. So we'll go ahead and put this one here. It shouldn't connect, even though there's a hallway there, it shouldn't connect to the ship assault because it shouldn't, like it's past the limit or whatever. So we'll go ahead and slap that one down there. Oh, and it still did. But that's okay. That's still okay. And then the last one is the medical research. That one we can put over by the quarters. Because worst case scenario, we're going to need it by the quarters anyway, so that we can, like if they're sick, they're going to be going to the quarters. So if we have it here, then we can do the research right across from them. There we go. All right, now let's go to let's go to these rooms, and I'll show you what they all look like versus what you can actually do with them. Okay, so not that way. Did not right there? Was this not where I put the one? Oh, it's the next hallway. Thought I put it front. I guess it is connected here. That's okay though. All right, so this is the ship assault room. This is a room that took me forever to figure out. Well, I won't say forever. It took me a long time. This is probably one of the, I don't want to say it's complicated, but this was one of the rooms that definitely threw me for a loop that I had no idea what the hell to do with it. It's called Ship Assault, and I was like, what do you do with it? Because when you come here, it looks like you can actually scan for stuff, and you even have rescue chambers. So the rescue chambers are these 4 chambers here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when you look at Ship Assault, it doesn't have anything here, but that's because there's no ships in range. And it even tells you no ship in range. So if we go where there are ships at, you'll see a big beam come down right here, and if you walk into that, it would actually teleport you to the other ship. But before you do that, it'll work like when you're scanning the planets and everything on the bridge. You come here and you can actually select the ship or whatever. Say there's multiple ships in range, you can select the ship, and then you can come over to this, and you can hold L2 to scan everything on the ship. And it on here, at first it'll have like weird letters and numbers that just don't make sense. And then after you scan them, you look back on here and it gives you more information. So I'll show you what I mean by all that, because that's a little bit confusing. But the other thing here, this one is the alien research.
Survival guide updated.
Oh, it's not going to talk? Okay. So this one is, you guys remember the big red creatures that I told you about, like when they're red that you can capture them? So basically you use your R1 button, this thing like how you pick up your biomass and all of that. You can try to capture the ones that are glowing red. If you capture them, they will appear in this one, or the one over here. You have 3 different chambers that they will appear in. And then once they're in there, this terminal here will let you actually look at the aliens. These are ones that we've already gotten some of the stuff from, but we need to research. But it'll let you look at the aliens here. So 1, 2, and 3. So say we have one in the first one, it'll let you look at them. And if you hit X, it'll let you like zap him. Like you can hit X here, and then you'll use one of the things. I think it'll be on the actual. I think it's on here, or maybe it is here. Oh no, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, so you'll come over here. You'll hold L2, and what it'll do is every time you hold L2 and it completes, it'll zap him. And I think it does it only up to 3 times, and on the 3rd time it'll also kill him. But basically, what happens is it lets you get extra DNA from them. It'll let you get, if they have any abilities, it'll let you get those from them, things like that. But as you can see here, we also have the abilities that we've already been picking up. We just haven't researched any of them. So if I research this one, it says it improves the clone's senses. Alien life forms and eggs are easier to identify. So what that means is if I attach this to a clone, like this awareness to one of the clones, then they're going to attack the eggs and the actual creatures a lot faster than the clones that won't do it. And then the harm touch, this one, by adding this ability, the clone can perform a devastating energy burst that will harm all alien life forms at close range. I've never actually seen any of the clones use this, but this one's actually good as a player, because you can put this on yourself as well. Basically, it does like a little burst thing in the area, but to me, it's not very strong. It says that it does a devastating energy burst. I don't think it's ever even killed anything for me, but maybe they just weren't close enough. I don't know. And then healing, this one, the ability heals the clone and also other clones within certain range. If you put this on all of your clones from now on, like they'll all just be healing each other, so they can actually stay alive a lot longer. So, but we do need to research these as well. And as you can see, it also takes radiation blue. So, and we do have 10 samples of each one of those. So we could technically research all 3 of them. Well, technically we could only research 2 of them, but we're not going to do any of them, because we're going to be saving the radiation blue for when you guys pick out which clones we want to make. Because like I said, that radiation blue that you get, it is pretty rare. And I think even if the trader has a radiation blue, I don't think it respawns in the game. And then the last room, come on. Okay. Last room is right over here. That's the, oh wait, where's the clone thing? Oh, the clone's over by the workshop. Okay, so here's the medical research. So this is the one that I was telling you about. When your clones get sick, they will go straight to the quarters. They'll lay down. You guys have seen that, and they infect the entire ship. When you are walking around, I think you guys might have seen me pick some up, but I couldn't do anything with them. Instead of, like, you know how you see the little green glowing things of biomass? It will look like that, except they're like a pinkish purple color. And like I said, I think you guys seen me pick it up, but it didn't do anything for me because we didn't have the medical research. Now that we have the medical research, when I pick them up, whatever they're infected with, it'll give me points towards that research. So say it's like the bug laying thing, like where they drop spores when they're moving around or whatever. So if I come in here and I do the research on that, it will then tell me, oh look, actually that's it right there. I guess it did actually pick them up. So yeah, this organism will lay eggs in the lungs of the host. By sneezing, the host will spread the eggs. So basically what happens is, if I research this, the person who's infected with it, well, first of all, they might not get infected at all because we have better research on it. But secondly, if they do get infected with it, they're healed a lot faster. I don't think they need to come in here. I don't know if they actually will or not. They might lay down on these beds. I honestly don't know because I haven't really used this room too much. Their health module thing. But I haven't really used this room too much. But maybe they do come in here and lay on the bed. But I'm not really sure how this room works too much, other than I know that you can research the stuff. Maybe if they lay down on the bed, you come over here, hold L2, and you can heal them a lot faster, so they'll stop dropping the eggs. But I also don't know. I think I've only ran into like 2 different diseases in the game. But normally, like I said, I've only technically beat the game 1 time. So, maybe I'll do a longer playthrough even if we find a Genesis planet, because you don't have to settle right when you do the Genesis planet. Like, you can make as many clones as you want as long as you can keep getting materials. The problem is that the galaxy map, it's not small, don't get me wrong, but excuse me, it does have a limited amount of planets, and I believe that none of that stuff respawns. So if we zoom out, how do I zoom out? So yeah, so only these areas where you see the stars, like this here, like those are the only ones with planets. All this area over here, this is all just black stuff. There's not going to literally be anything here. You might run into like a ship or something like that, but the like, you won't really get too much from the ship. There's going to be some sites on the ships that you can probably pick up, but that's pretty much it. And then let me show you actually the ship assault thing. We're not going to do it, but I can show you, because there's planets up here. Yeah, there's the wreck ship there, and there's the wreck ship there. Hopefully those are still there and they haven't like disappeared or something. I don't know if they will. Let me also see what I need to do in this area first. I'm not going to do it, but I want to know if I need to come back here or not. Yeah, so there's still cable here. Okay, yeah, NH3. Yeah, okay, so we still need to come back here. Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I just wanted to double check that real quick, just so I know. That way I'm not backtracking if I don't have to. All right, so let's go up here.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
And we're gonna go up to those toxic-looking symbols. That's where the broken down ships are.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive. Warning. Prepare
And before, I thought that, you know how there's the rescue chambers in that room? I thought that basically you can rescue alien life forms, like the ones that are attacking. I figured it was the same as like the alien research. Like if they're glowing red, maybe you capture those, and that's how you do it. That's not how it works. All right, so let's go right on top of it here.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
All right, so it should let us research both of these ships because they're both within range. So we have the Otis and we have the Freyr. So now we need to go over to the ship assault room. We'll come this way. We will go more. This should be the ship assault. Yeah. So this is the ship assault room. You can see the beam there. It's already ready to go. This is already telling us to scan. So if we come in here and we look, you can see that this is it's trying to scan the freighter, and you can see the it doesn't show the captain. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 different things that we need to scan, and like I said, they're just random like symbols, letters, numbers, things like that. So if we scan those, this is scanning one of them. And then if we look here, one of those should be cleared and says something. So yeah, so there's 8 biomass that we can find there. Not that we need biomass at the moment. I think I think our biomass is full. I'm not sure. The next thing would be there's 11 framework on this ship that we can find. There is 3 batteries. And there is 3 sites detected. So the sites could have anything at all. 3 sites is actually pretty good. Most of the time on other ships, it is usually what's it called? It's usually like weapons or modules, things like that. So it's actually pretty good to go over there. So like, say you go over there and you make it to their harvester room. In their harvester room, you might find a site there. If you can find a site in the harvester room, more than likely it's going to be a module for your harvester. So then you can come back and you can upgrade your harvester with whatever it is, whether it I don't know, gives you another turret or something like that, which I don't think that's a thing, but something similar to that. So like, say you find it on the bridge, it might be something for like your hyperdrive to be able to jump further, things like that. But basically that's how you can see everything that's there. And as you can see, it's not going to be active again. If we move over the other ship, then we'll be able to scan again. And if we walk in here, it will automatically be, well, it'll start beaming you. If you stay standing there, it'll fully beam you over. I would say don't do it. And look, there's a ship there. I would say don't do it unless you actually, oh, that's not where I wanted to go. Yeah, see, this is throwing me way off. I would say don't do it unless you are fully prepared to be in a long fight. I would say take your regular pistol with you, because you are going to be fighting a lot of stuff. So if you beam over there, you're going to be fighting full on aliens, kind of how you do it down on the planets, the big ones. It could be all kinds of different ones. It doesn't say exactly what type. And then you'll have a whole bunch of the small ones. Basically, it'll be like their entire ship was overran by aliens. So like the entire thing is going to be infected. There's going to be like places you're not going to be able to go through. Some of the like corridors are going to be messed up to where like if you can't go this way, you have to like find your way around or go underneath and go through things like that. Um, and then like how I have turrets all over my ship, there'll be turrets on that ship. You can shoot the turrets and take them out. You can put down your turrets and your what are these called? Beams, your barriers. You can put these things down on that ship. Just pick them back up, because if you leave them there, then you will lose them once you leave. But you can put them down. So like, say you walk around the corner and there's like 5 aliens there and they're all trying to shoot at you and they start chasing you or something, you can throw down a barrier and kind of back up and just shoot them through the barrier. Of course your barrier will start taking damage every time they shoot it, but it'll definitely help you out to take barriers over there. So stock yourself on 2 good weapons. Like I said, I would highly suggest taking at least this pistol, because it's unlimited ammo, and if you run out of this ammo, you're kind of screwed. The reason why I say you're kind of screwed is because they still do have a weapons rack over there. You'll find, I want to say at least 2 or 3 weapon racks over there. But when you open it, it will have different weapons and ammo and stuff like that. I do think that it's ammo that's on their ship, but it always confuses me because it looks like the exact same stuff that's on your ship. So maybe it's shared from what's on your ship, and like all the weapon racks are linked no matter what. I'm honestly not sure on that. But just be careful with that. Like I said, make sure you are fully aware of what you're getting into. Take turrets, take barriers, take at least this pistol because of the unlimited ammo, and then take whatever other gun you want. If you have any abilities, you can equip them through here. So alien abilities, I don't have any. Suit upgrades, I did equip this one. If you guys didn't see what this one does, it says it shows sights for the harvester on the motion tracker. So you know how like when you go down to a planet or there's aliens on your ship, and like if there's aliens moving around or anything, it'll show like the little tracker at the bottom. So this ability will always have that tracker on, and it will show your harvester if you're on a planet, and it will also show any sites. But this will also work on other ships. Obviously, you're not going to see your harvester because you're not taking your harvester over there, you're beaming over there, but it will show you where there's sites in the general area, so it'll kind of point you in the direction you need to go in. So it's, like I said, there's a lot to this game, and I think even that is still kind of just brushing the surface. Like we didn't even go over like rescuing people. I believe you'll find them in like tubes over there, and you have to like kind of get them out, or not tubes. You'll find them in a room like this, I believe, and you break it open, and then they just run out on their own. I don't think you have to like lead them back, but I do think like as soon as you let them out, you have to protect them. So what I would suggest is saving the people for the very last thing. Like once you let them out, if you do it in the very beginning, at least throw barriers up for them to kind of run away or whatever. I think they just kind of beam back on their own. I honestly don't remember how that works, but they beam back, and then what'll happen is they will actually appear in these, and once you come back, you'll appear here. You do have to let them out, and if you let them out, they just automatically become part of your ship. Now, I will say as well that you need to be careful with that because they still require you to have quarters for them, and they still require you to have breathable air for them. So if you don't have breathable air, if you don't have quarters for them, I believe you can still rescue them, but they will stay in these rescue chambers until you can make room and get them whatever biosphere they need or whatever. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comments section. I'm going to go back. We're going to grab some more stuff. And we will see about eventually boarding a ship so that you guys can actually see that firsthand. But for now, that is going to be it for this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave a random comment. I don't care what you say in there. Just put hi, like love the video. Your video sucks. You're a douchebag. Whatever you guys want, doesn't matter to me. Put on there, board the ship in all capital letters. I don't care. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.